We are on Session 19 of Cowboy Bebop Wild Horses, an episode that has nothing to do with wild horses. They just love referencing rock songs, in this case, the Rolling Stones song, Wild Horses. Here we get to learn a little bit more about the spaceship, the Spike pilots the Swordfish 2, because, well, it breaks down. Jed and Faye are looking for some pirates by the name of George, Herman, and Ruth, and Spike brings it to Doohan, who lives on this crazy planet called Earth, and he's the manager of a shipyard and repair station on this Earth planet. He originally built the Swordfish 2, then gave it to Spike, and he has an assistant by the name of Miles, who's an annoying, bratty kid that picks up Spike and talks about baseball the entire time before showing him where his ship is getting repaired. What this episode is missing is really good defined antagonists. Cowboy Bebop is so good at doing that, but the people that they're chasing this episode have no defining characteristics that are unique. They're not eco-pirates. They're not what we're going to see in the next episode, someone like Perot LaFleur having this battle in an amusement park using psychic powers. While there is a space battle in this one at the end, for the most part, it's a rather chill episode with him just hanging around this repair lot. After he gets his ship repaired, they go looking for the pirates and they run into these two space trucks that have the same purple penguin logo that these pirates had that were chasing them, so they decide to fire on these trucks. But again, you just don't learn anything about these pirates, what their incentives, what exactly they're even stealing. And while you have Doohan, the man who created the Swordfish 2, talking to Spike about all the things that are wrong with the ship, you don't get much more backstory than that. You get his assistant talking about baseball a lot, you get him ragging on Spike, but unfortunately we're going to have two average episodes in a row. I gave the last one a 4, I'm actually going to give this one a 5, I do think it's an average episode. You at least get a space battle at the end. There's a cool scene where Spike gets infected with this computer virus and he can't pilot his swordfish, so he ends up landing in this space truck and getting both of his wings cut off on his spaceship. I think they're hinting that he's going to have to take this thing back for repairs. But that's a nice scene, seeing the whole thing land in this space truck with its wings getting cut off when they're having this space battle with the space trucks. You see Spike's reckless nature again, so it at least makes up for it in the second half. But man, just not very good engaging characters in this one. Doohan's okay, Miles is annoying, and the space pirates are basically non-existent. What we do have in this episode is a ton of references. Cowboy Bebop does this quite a bit, but man, do they go crazy with the references in this episode. I mentioned the pirates' names were George, Herman, and Ruth, which are like, this has to be referencing something. I didn't get the reference till I looked it up, but it's a play on Babe Ruth, whose real name was George Herman. I should have caught that one. Who wasn't a big Babe Ruth fan as a kid? And the sound effects used for the computers and their boot up sequence are the same as the computer mother from Ridley Scott's 1979 movie Alien. Was that better than Aliens? You let me know. Personally, I prefer Aliens, but Alien's still a great movie. And references that I would never get. I figured out the Babe Ruth one eventually, but the ship mechanic's name is Doohan. That is a reference to James Doohan, who played Montgomery Scott from the Star Trek series. I know absolutely nothing about Star Trek. They do references of them all the time, and I never get it. Outside of knowing the reference, beam me up, Scotty. Well, next up is an absolutely great episode, Perot LaFleur, that gets us completely back on track. We've had 2 5-average episodes, but they're pulling out all the stops for Perot LaFleur. I mean, extensive use of CGI. It takes place in this dark carnival that would make ICP proud. And check out our playlist for the other series we've covered. Monsters, Fear Itself, Tales from the Dark Side, Are You Afraid of the Dark, Mystery Science Theater 3000, Twilight Zone, Pet Shop of Horrors. Thanks a lot.